Alright. So, peripherals spiked a bit because of trade shenanigans, but thankfully the console itself has remained the same for now. Uh, and with that in mind, there's still one through line I can talk about that I can come to be excited for the game. So, in spirit of another one I'm excited for in the system, let's talk about Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. And this is the latest Hyrule Warriors title. Oh, like basically Zelda themed Warriors Musou game, which is a co-production between Tecmo Koei and the or Koei Tecmo, depending on which console you're using, and also their primary developer for these games, Omega Force, Earthmain, and even more or so, they do a great job of not just feeling like it's just like Dynasty Warriors with like a Zelda skin on it, but actually making it feel like it could be a big real universe, like how the versions they have on the base High Wars on 3DS, Wii U, and Switch are quite entertaining, and especially like the Age of Calamity, which is like a canonical prequel to Breath of the Wild, all the sorts, showing how the first major victory can have great cost, and this one follows that same pattern, being something of a canonical prequel to Tears of the Kingdom, which, given how much I love that game, is something that excites me in of itself. Yeah. And even though I'm not certain who all be playable all in the game, especially since some of the champions appear to be wearing masks of some sort, I mean, though I can at least tell how physically that they're some are Goron, on some are Zora, and some are also parts of different tribes. As main, and I think I saw someone who recognized Garuda as well. But I know that this time is right that Zelda's going to be and I just got to the part where you unlock the bows of light, and by the proxy, a much more powerful attacks. I also could see two characters who were not just key to Tears of the Kingdom storyline, but also actually pretty prominent fixtures in the lore ever since the early days of Zelda, of Papu and Rauru, who they're going to do as well. I mean, and of course, I can imagine it'll be quite satisfying to cut through wave upon wave enemies like Clod of Cream. I mean, some of the later stages can be tough, but they also one encourage replayability to get better gear, to level up your characters more, and also complete tasks on the map as well. Oh, and it's also fairly safe to suggest that the existing title could also be one to get enhancements on the new console. I mean, I'm not certain at this stage whether that would mean it'd be like a free update or there's gonna be one of the ones where it's gonna be like a paywall that's erected, or at the very least be included with a, a Switch Online plan as like another little perk to motivate one to keep their subscription active. I know that's basically how I got the Boost Course cast with Mario Kart, and also why I currently have like the Happy Home Island for Animal Crossing New Horizons. So, and I can also imagine that weapons are going to be lots of variation in there. Since a large part of Tears of the Kingdom has appealed to me as like experimenting with different combinations of gears and weapons, basically more than one way to solve a problem. Um, I would appreciate if that mindset was kept here. In fact, they always shown some of the ultra hand powers being used, which makes sense because bit of a spoiler for the story of Tears of the Kingdom. obviously have not played it, that they are connected to Raru and Papu as well. Also, and again, I can definitely see the influence of a whole myriad of other fantasy tales that with the biggest ones being Tolkien's work with The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings in particular, and of course the most famous tale of swords and sorcery, The Legend of King Arthur and Excalibur. Yeah. Tonally, hey, I made a comment when this game came out that it was many ways like the Rogue One of the franchise, and this title in particular, showing how, again, the first major victory of these characters came at great cost, and I can see that pattern is very much being followed up upon here. If that this game that's coming out is currently slated for this winter or so, around Christmas time, I would say, about 5 years of the last one, could very much be to Tears of the Kingdom, what Andor is a Star Wars, where one that's targeting like an older segment of fan base that not only appreciate the story and characterization more, but also they're willing to go a bit more intense. Hence the teen rating here. Like to date, I think the only one that's gotten a teen rating would be Twilight Princess. And even that recently became an E10 for the Wii U HD remaster, and something I would presume would also be intact if/when that game gets ported to Switch family as well. As for the whole available pricing discourse, well, I did end up paying list price for this title. It's all about 60 bones, So, I'm not certain whether or not it would be subject to who but I can say with confidence that is likely going to be one that gives you a lot for your money. I managed to log about 60 hours and change into this game alone, and I still feel like I'm not even halfway done with getting everything done in there, since personally, if I don't feel like I can get at least an hour per dollar I spend, I feel like I'm not getting my money's worth. But I will say that the value proposition is definitely typically better than someone selling you like a live service title who then they claim that you quote unquote can't complain when they take it offline, which is not all how that works. It'd be like saying, if you bought a car and that car ends up having like a design problem, you can't complain about that either. So even though I'm not a huge fan of the main Dynasty Warriors franchise, I have enjoyed the Warriors Musou gameplay, a tie-up in other titles in out of this one. For example, I have a soft spot for the Samurai Warriors aspect, where not just because I have more familiarity and understanding of Japan's cultural history than China's, but just strikes a light balance of history and entertainment, where you have like talks about how they're in their fiefdom here, and you also have you trying to juggle together double, triple digit combos and in many cases quadruple amounts of knockouts there. It's kind of like that. Yeah. Alright. Now that that's taken care of, I can also say that I am still working on my spoiler of Sonic 3. Since I managed to get my consultation and appointment scheduled for my wisdom teeth removed, I still want to have it ready for the next anniversary on June 23rd. And with that, I will see you tomorrow night. My first impressions on Season 2 of Andor, A Star Wars Story. That will be all for now. Take care, everyone.